The recent judgment pronounced by the Hon'ble Supreme Court in Dr. Harish Kumar Khurana versus Joginder Singh and others is landmark by all means and for more than one reasons. Unfortunately, it has also been misinterpreted by doctors and hospitals across India and could very well turn out to be a cause for legal problems in future. The patient in this case underwent 2 elective surgeries of her kidneys in the same hospital with the same set of surgeon and anesthetist, and that too within a span of a week. The first one was successful and uneventful. During the second surgery, while administering anesthesia, patient suffered cardiac arrest, was revived, later put on a ventilator, but expired after a few days. One prominent allegation was that consent for second surgery was not signed by the patient but only by her husband, and that this was negligence. The court outrightly rejected this allegation, observing that the husband had signed on patient's behalf, who was orally informed as she was recuperating from the first surgery, and that therefore this consent was sufficient. In ordinary circumstances, this was legally impermissible. This judicial pronouncement, although delivered by the Hon'ble Supreme Court of India, in no way implies that consent of near relatives is now a substitute for patient's consent. If the patient is adult, conscious, oriented, legally competent, then only patient's consent must be taken and none else. In this case, the reasons that led the court to this decision are not very clear. Legally speaking, the ratio descendendi, the rationale for this decision is missing, and therefore it is not a legally binding precedent. In case of a legally competent patient, consent of the patient and only the patient should be taken. In emergencies, of course, others can give consent on behalf of the patient, and in appropriate cases, the doctor can proceed even without any consent. But the reasons for doing so must be bona fide and only in patient's interest. This judgment in no way changes the current law on patient's consent in India. Thank you.